everyone, Gorokiller here, and we are going to start on the Cave Age tutorial. Just quickly check there because I have actually done this once and then realized I was not recording. But let us begin. So first thing you're going to do is you are going to punch a tree. While I do this, let me explain what the Cave Age involves. The Cave Age is, or what I call the Cave Age, is the first age of TSON craft. It is a period of the game where you have very limited access to Minecraft. You will have incredibly limited access to most mods, and you will not have access to things such as a crafting table. It is a survivalist age of Minecraft that is quite difficult for most people. Now, the first thing you do when you get into the Cave Age is collect some wood, get some sticks, and get some wooden shears, which you will use to collect leaves. Once you collect 4 leaves, you'll use that to create string. Now, string is used for a lot of recipes in TSON Craft. It is one of the main crafting components, and it's quite readily available via leaves. However, you only get at most 2 leaves per wooden shear, so you'll go through a lot of sticks. Now, during your first day, your goal is to collect as much string and wood as possible, prioritizing the string, because what you need is you need enough string, and let's just show you what enough string looks like. It's only 12 string, which means as far as leaves go, you need, I do believe, yes, you need 48 leaves. This is the bare minimum string that you want, leaves you want to have at the end of the first day, and you're going to want to have more than this, because if you look here, that will create 12 string. As you saw by when I split this stack in half with a right click, it left 12 behind. You're going to turn this 12 string into wood. You're also going to need 4 logs to make a wood catalyst, which is used to make a bed. You want this by night 1. There is no way for you to make a door up for quite a long time, and frankly, you are kind of screwed if you're stuck inside on your first night. You want to be able to skip the first night, and if you can't skip it because you're on a survival multiplayer world, you are going to want to at least be able to set your spawn. But typically in multiplayer worlds, most people are quite eager to sleep the first 2 or 3 nights, so you shouldn't have too many problems. Now, on your second day, your goal should be tools. Now, tools and food. As far as tools go, we are going to need some sticks, some string, and some planks. I'm going to go through just the wooden tool recipes that you're going to need. Each of these is crafted like so. This will make a wooden pickaxe head. This, I have memorized the wooden hoe is this, is it not? Yes, it is. This will make a wooden hoe. the wood recipes are a bit weird in a few spots. A wooden shovel, a wooden sword, and a wooden axe. Each of these you then craft with a stick. Now after that comes the cobblestone tools, which you'll get through the wooden tools, which are crafted with just slightly different recipes using, it's more or less inverted of what between sticks and you're going to invert your sticks and your planks with like the block and stick are inverted is what's happened here, except for with this sword, which for some reason is not different. I never quite understood why only that one was different. Could be an oversight. But then you'll go through like this. And personally, the only wooden tools I would craft, unless you have some encouragement to do otherwise, would be a wooden pickaxe to get cobblestone going. Because you have limited time in TSON craft and you don't want to waste string. Because the other thing you're going to need a lot of is, if possible, you want to get leather super early on, because that will allow you to get armor, but we'll get into that in a moment. There is, in fact, some of you who might be using Tinker's Construct, and if you are to check your crafting table recipe, you'll see that the crafting table requires something called a wood catalyst, which we have crafted in a book of knowledge, which is complicated, quite complicated. So let's ignore that one for now. Now what you're going to want to do as soon as you got some tools is you're going to want to collect food. But if you're going to want to use Tinker's Construct, you're going to need a wood catalyst and just I always feel like it should be called a stencil because of the stencil table, but called a pattern. Use that instead of a crafting table to get a tool station, and then you make the other recipes as they would normally be, and you use this to make Tinker's Construct tools. The other little piece of compatibility I'll show you the other compatibilities as we get to them. Now then, some other fun things you want is okay, so food. Your primary food early on, because you can't craft bread because it's a shaped recipe and it requires a crafting table, is going to be wild carrots and wild potatoes. You're going to farm these. We're also going to maintain his day for a bit. But that's going to be how your early days are going to be. You're going to want to get this going and just survive. Eventually, however, you're going to need seeds collected the normal way and some wood catalyst. This is because you're going to want a chest, and well, a vanilla chest requires a crafting table. However, 2 wood catalyst and some seeds give you convenient access to the cave chest. 4 of them per crafting recipe. This effectively has the cost of 1 log each and a quarter of a seed each for 1 row of storage. So you're going to be crafting a lot of these early on. I know I do. These will provide all your early game storage. They have some advantages. For example, you can cover a wall with them. Breaking them with your hand is quite quick. And you should not actually have that much time wasted on them. I've never found them to be a hindrance, just a phase of the game which you need to be familiar with. Now, thing is even though we'll have chests, we do want to eventually have proper things. For example, armor, which is wood catalyst and leather crafted as so. Wooden armor, which I will show you. If you look down here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 full armor. With this, it does in fact provide just slightly, 1.5 more little chest places worth of armor more than vanilla leather armor, which is nice because it, in my opinion, takes a lot more work, and you're having a far harder time surviving because, let's be honest, most people actually skip over leather armor and go straight to iron armor in my experience. Leather armor is more used in PvP than anything. Not even so much in that, just the fact you can dye it. I know some people will dye their armor. Now, sooner or later you will need to get out of wood and stone, which means you need iron, which isn't too bad, other than we're going to want to do a few things first. We are going to need sand, coal, clay, string, flint, some torches, because I have to show you a piece of compact here, and of course iron. So what we're going to need is you're going to take the sand and this clay, make some ready glass. Then you're gonna chop that in half, make some gunpowder, use the gunpowder, some string and ready glass, make TNT. Which wasn't too bad there actually. And then of course we're just going to do this, and I just want to show you these 2 recipes. The first one is this. This will give you metallic blend, 2 per coal. This recipe I do believe is only existent if you have realistic torches installed. The other one, 2 Minecraft vanilla torches to get that. Once you have metallic blend, you're going to need to find lava. Lava's, well, lava. You right click at the block directly underneath the lava using 2 iron to get 2 iron ingots. Craft them like so. Get a bucket. Take the bucket, bring the lava home. You have no idea how valuable being able to bring the water home is going to be. So now that we got lava, what else do we need? Well, once you have your lava, let's just go through what else you can use this lava for. Problem solved. So, once you have the lava, there's also a gold metallic blend, crafted like so. You can right click in here with ready glass to get glass, right click in here with gold metallic blend to get gold. And of course you got your bucket for transporting this. Now, this here, having this at home is important because what you're going to need is you're going to need iron. You're going to need a lot of iron just to start getting going. So what you're going to want is you're going to want iron. We're going to want 3 glass and a ready glass to do this. You're going to want an iron pick, which is done like this. That's just because you're going to also need some redstone. Let's do we'll just take a second metallic blend as well. Now you're going to need craft up 2 buckets to make 1 cauldron. You're going to need a slime ball, which by the way is craftable. 2 per recipe. That recipe is added by TSON Craft. And you're going to need 2 redstone to get a cave cauldron. And you're going to put this down. And then you're going to get a water bottle. Now right click that, put the water bottle in there. You need seeds. Gonna put the seeds in there, right click, bottle of cave essence, nature. Now then, I can't actually remember this recipe. Okay, so you'll craft this recipe, which you've seen how you crafted all these components already. And you'll need an essence evaporator. Right click that, right click bottle of cave essence, it'll give you cave dust. This most basic cave dust, not that big of a deal. It gives you access to cave jelly, which I never made use of, but also gives you access to the cave furnace. Cave furnace Oh, I have a smokable here actually. Right click it. Well, yeah, let me show you. We'll go through this entire stack of, what was it, 44, 42. And for free it will smelt some of them. I've worked out that it's got a little bit under 50% give back usually. I think like 45% return is about where it's come to in my experiments. I'm not familiar. Let's see. The cave furnace, you can't use it, so we don't know. But there you go. Cave furnace. That's about the only thing this gives you access to for now. But you do need it, so you're gonna store it at the very least. Next, you're gonna need another. What you're eventually gonna need to do actually is go to the Nether. So that means you're gonna need to acquire obsidian, or at least make a Nether portal. Some people make the Nether portal in place using lava and water. I do that. If you'd like to see how to do that, you can watch my Let's Play where I do it. It's quite tedious and is not something I would do on camera. Or not, well, I did it on camera. It's not something I would do in a tutorial. But we just use a flint and steel to right click, and then you go through there. And while you're there, you just want to bring back some glowstone for now. No big glowstone and a piece of netherrack. If you're worried about quartz, don't worry. No quartz is actually needed. None at all. You don't need this for anything. You don't need a comparator to craft anything. You don't need to craft anything. One sec. Let me just show you. You don't need to craft anything with a block of quartz or any of these. Nether brick. Nope. Not even needed to craft anything here. You're quite fine. You just need a single piece of netherrack. At the very least. A bit of glowstone. For now, though you will need to make one more trip back there in the future, and you'll place that down. You need you need a cave cauldron, and you'll place it down. You'll right click it. It'll make another cauldron. You cannot change this back to being either a cave cauldron after this, or upgrade it into this sky cauldron. Now, once you have this, you just need a lava bucket and one piece of glowstone. That will give you this, and that's how you get this cave dust. This cave dust, on the other hand, actually usable. You can get away with actually sitting on this tier for a while. It's a bit more expensive to do, but it will give you access for now. The thing you want to worry about is this nether. You don't need to worry about that nether furnace. You can't actually use it yet. So you can skip over that. But what can you use here? Yeah, you can use these cave chests. These tier 2 cave chests. Not too bad. 2 rows of storage. You get 4 of them in for crafting. Basically, it's just a storage upgrade. Other than this, not that fancy, I'm afraid. Not that fancy at all. Like, if this was craftable, maybe you could do more, but that's unfortunately trapped in the magic age. Now then, once you get to here, You're going to use this. This will make your life easier, more storage, and you're going to continue trying to survive. One second. Game mode. Sorry, that was just very annoying in the background. Alrighty. So eventually you are going to go back to the Nether. That's because you need a blaze rod. Just one. For now. You need a blaze rod. You need some ender pearls, which sadly there's no way to craft. You need some end stone, which you can craft just a piece of cobble for ender pearls. And you need a bottle of end water, which is actually a very reasonable crafting recipe considering you only ever need to do this once in the current version of the game, and if you need to do it again, well, here we go. Sky Cauldron. Pretty simple. All you do is bottle of end water, spits out another bottle. Then you go blaze rod, glass bottle, evaporator, cave dust. Then you just need some sugar cane and a single piece of leather. And we're just going to go through the following process of crafting. A single wood catalyst. And I forgot to do this. Book of Knowledge. My advice, the moment you get one of these, make a book and quill, which means find yourself a feather, find yourself an ink sac, put this in here, copy it. And for good measure, do it again. You want 2 of these if possible, if not more. That or you want to be very secure in the fact that you're not going to lose this. Otherwise you gotta go through this process again. But this here does some neat things. For example, you have Eye of Ender. If you have seeds or glowstone, you can create the dust right there in your right there in a crafting table. But the best part about the Book of Knowledge, gives you 4 crafting tables. I like to just put them all out in front of me like this by the time I get here and go, crafting table. This also ends the Cave Age, which accesses the Minecrafty Age. There's not really anything else you'll ever experience in the Cave Age. There is, in fact, one more cave chest which you can make, which produces 4 using the last dust. So here, let's put these out just so you can see. These actually give you more inventory space than a vanilla. Where did I take them now? Than just a standard chest. This is the exact amount to carry capacity as a player, because a player has what is I call the player's chest for context like this, which is 3 rows plus the hotbar. This is 3 rows plus a hotbar, meaning this is one of the only single block chest that is the exact size of this that I have seen in any mod. And I've used a lot of mods. And this here also will just offer you a place to store things. I like to use these when I need a dedicated storage for something. I don't typically craft a lot of these because eyes of Ender are kind of hard to get. Because it does mean you have to collect blaze rods to get blaze powder. And you need to hunt endermen. Unless you have a way to make ender pearls another way. It's not super efficient, but I tend to use these when I need to dedicate chests for things that I know will take up a lot of space. Typically a tool chest, for example, or a specialty chest for another mod that tends to produce a lot of non-stacking items that I do want to keep. Now then, let's get rid of these. All of that can go, because at the end of it all, the only thing we care about at the end of the cave age is this. This is what separates you from the cave age, this one single block. From here you enter the Minecraftia age. Because the Minecraftia age is super short and is an unofficial age, allow me to show you everything you need to do unique to TSON Craft in the Minecraftia age. Okay, we're done. This is an unofficial age. I call it this because this is where you can play any other mod you want. Really the only thing I ever do here is craft a furnace, craft mod blocks, do whatever I normally would do. Because this is an age that exists purely in the interlude between the cave age and the next time I go back to TSON Craft in the magic age, which will be the next video.